welcome back to our channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Monica, and today I'm gonna be just talking a little bit about my parents' wedding. And my mom actually came up with this idea, so she was like, you should tell them like how much everything was, and like if anybody's trying to plan like a cheap wedding in Florida or just like a cheap wedding in general, because other than the venue, this is pretty much, you could literally buy everything that my mom bought for her wedding through like Amazon, Shein, Etsy. So I'm gonna be telling you guys everything and all the prices, but it was literally less than $5,000 for this whole wedding. And I have pictures to show you guys of the wedding. If you don't follow me on Instagram, then you did miss the pictures I posted of the wedding and stuff, so I will be showing you guys some of those. So a little background story: my parents have been together all my life. They just never got married, so they've been together for like 25 plus years probably, and they decided to get married like at the end of like last year, I think. And then they got married on April 6th of 2024. And I did ask my mom to be here for this video, but obviously she works and she wanted to pretend like she's camera shy. But I'm gonna get my parents on the channel at some point because I don't want to like be the one to tell you guys their story. So that's pretty much it for them. As far as like the wedding was so freaking beautiful. We had like less than 20 people there, but I believe you could have like up to 40 people at the venue. And that's what my parents wanted. Originally, they weren't even sure if they were gonna invite anybody. They were like just the five of us on the beach and they get married or whatever. But then they decided to invite a couple of their friends and family members, and they didn't regret it. I mean, the wedding was beautiful and we loved everybody that came, and it was really pretty. So to get started, the flower bouquet that my mom was carrying, the flower bouquets that me and my sister were carrying down the aisle, and the little, like, what's it called, like the little one that goes in my dad and my brother's pocket, I forgot what it was called, but basically I was the matron of honor and my sister was the ring girl and my brother was the best man. So it was just the five of us. The flowers looked like this. So the ones that me and my sister were carrying, they looked like this. They were super pretty. This was the back of it. And my mom actually made these. So the flowers that were from Amazon, I believe, were like these three. And then this one and these were from Shein. And then this was also like separate, and I believe they were from Amazon, if I'm not mistaken. And she basically like assembled them. So she put them together the way she wanted them to. And this whole thing for like each of us, like everything in total, was like $50. And she made it herself. Even like this, she just like glued it so you can see the glue. And yeah, so this was the other one. So they were like really pretty. They were so cute. And then the two little ones that go into my dad and my brother's pockets, I can show you guys a picture of what those look like. I'm gonna get into it later, but basically at the venue, it like provided a bunch of stuff, and one of them was a photographer, and so she bought all the pictures that the photographer took. So this is a good picture of my mom's. See, hers was like a bit bigger, but she made that herself. And ours, my dad's and my brother's looked like this, so you can see it in his pocket. It was just like one little flower and then the two little things on top. And there's another good picture of both of them. So the one in the pocket and the one that my mom's holding. My mom's talented, man. She can do everything. So as far as for like the flowers and all that stuff, that was like $50, around $50. And those are things that you can get. She got them from Amazon and from Shein. That's it. So you can definitely do that yourself at home if you're trying to like have like a small budget on your wedding. Other small things, so we had this like wooden box that the rings went into. So it looked like this. It says always and forever, and it was like wooden brown. It was actually really cute. And then this is what it looked like when you opened it. And so my mom's rings were the top. She had like a band and then like the diamond, and then my dad's ring is at the bottom. And that box was $6. $6.06 to be specific. My mom like wrote down all the prices and stuff for me to like let you guys know everything specifically. Next we have the veil and then the veil piece. So I'm pretty sure she got that off Shein, and this is what it looked like. So this is from the side. It went from the top of her head all the way down to like her lower back. This picture is so cute, but that one shows it a little bit more. There's like a piece at the top to cover like the comb part that goes actually into your head. So it was kind of like bedazzled and stuff. And so the veil itself was $2.09. So I know she got it off Shein. And then the veil piece was $3.63 or 65 cents. My mom has doctor handwriting, so. And then the last part for like the small things was the garter that she wore. I don't know if we have a picture of that. It was her something blue. Like, you know, for the weddings you have to have like something blue, something new, something old. I don't know, I forget. But it was basically like lacy, and it was like a blue like lace ribbon, and then it had like the little veil white trim. And that cost her $2.26 on Shein. So that's something that you could also look on Shein, like the veil piece, the garter, all those things were really cheap on there. So that's definitely like something that you can consider. For her shoes. So her shoes were from Amazon, and they cost her $41.36. They were really cute. They were like old, pointy. They had this like piece in the middle. I guess I could go get them, but do I want to? Not really. You can kind of see them there. So they were like pointy, and then they had a little band at the top, and they had like a small heel, and they were white, but they were kind of like satin. So they were really cute. They were like a old classic vibe, because also the venue itself is called it was called the Little White Chapel, so it was giving like Elvis vibes. So like that old rock love kind of thing. So I think the shoes matched it really well, and they were only 40 bucks on Amazon. So next we're gonna go into the dresses. So me and my sister, we were bridesmaids plus the ring woman and the matron of honor, so we had matching dresses. This is a good picture of it. My sister, so it was a one-sided strap, and then it had a little waistband to cinch in the waist, and then it was like super long. It was from Shein, but it was like heavy. It was like really good quality, especially to be like off Shein. This is another picture like with flash. It was kind of sparkly. I don't know if you guys can see in that picture. I don't know why my sister has so many pictures of her in the dress. This is both of us together. Well, all of us together. That's my brother, my sister, and the ring box. You can see the flowers. So I think we looked really cute. I mean, most people complain about their bridesmaids dresses, and that one was like really pretty, so I think we got lucky. This is what we all looked like. If you guys don't follow me, we were kind of laughing, but I think I have that one's cute. But this picture, so you can see all the flowers. My mom's dress, my dad and my brother already had their tux. I think they bought like the white shirt on the inside, but as far as their like actual pants and the shoes and stuff, they already had them, so that wasn't something that we needed to spend money on. But yeah, that's what we looked like. And our dresses were $35.58 each, which is not bad. I mean, they were really good quality, and they were off Shein. So my mom's dress, on the other hand, was a little bit more expensive, but honestly for a wedding dress, it was not bad. Was $89 from Amazon. All of the dresses that she tried on, if you watch the short that I made of her say yes to the dress moment, were from Amazon. This is a whole good picture of the venue. So you can see her dress. It has a little slit. It was tight at the top. It had a little like where you like tie it in the back, and she looked freaking beautiful. Next we have her hair. and makeup. So she actually didn't know if she wanted to do her makeup, and I convinced her to do it because she's never gotten her makeup done, and you know, it's different when somebody else does your makeup. But she was really scared. Obviously, it was her wedding day, so she didn't want to like look bad. And she got it done at Ulta. We made this appointment. It literally cost her $60, and it came out really good. She wanted something like a natural beat, where she still looked like herself, and then she wanted a maroon lip. So I think she did pretty well. My mom loved her makeup as well. And then for her hair, it was $160. So my mom, my whole life, used to paint her hair basically almost blonde. It was like brown with blonde highlights, a lot of blonde highlights. And then this last year, she stopped painting it because her hair was like breaking off a little bit. So she went back to brown. But for her wedding, obviously, she wanted to go back to blonde. My cousin does hair here, so she went to the Avita School of Hair, which is where my cousin goes, and that can be an option for you as well, because getting your hair done is expensive. She did her whole like bleach, highlights, lighten her hair. She got it blow dried and flat ironed straight, so I feel like that's not that bad. I mean, I usually pay like $250, maybe $300 for it to do that, and it was a good straight in, like, so that's another option. Like, there's a lot of these students that are still learning how to do hair that if you go to their schools, they'll charge you a lot less than like a hairstylist would. Obviously, it's a little bit more risky. They're still learning, but they definitely need the practice. So if that's an option in your area, I would definitely recommend it, and it was cheap, so that can be an option for you as well. And then moving on to basically the last part, which was the actual venue. So like I said, the venue was called Little White Chapel in Eustis, Florida, I believe. It's like right outside of Mount Dora, Florida. It was a really small venue. They had an inside part, which was like the actual church, was this picture that I showed you. So it was like the Little White Chapel. It was the chapel, and inside it looked really Elvis vibes, like old school, like getting married in Vegas kind of thing. But outside of there is where my mom actually had the venue. So they had a little outside part with like a bridge that you walked over. So they set up the table. That's what it looked like outside. Super pretty. This is what the venue looked like. So a couple chairs set up. Obviously ours, that was literally everybody that came, so we didn't need that many chairs, but they could have added more if you guys had invited more people. This in the middle, they had behind this part, like where we were walking from, there was a little bridge that we walked over. But yeah, it was really pretty. They played music. They had the speakers set up of all like the songs that we wanted to play. This is another angle of the table. They provided the food, which was Mexican food. It was so good. My parents, a couple days before that, like they did the food tasting. Obviously, they picked which one they liked. Then we also did cake tasting. I went with my mom and my dad and my sister, and we tasted the cake. The cake, I believe, was $150 or $155. And it looked like this. So my mom obviously chose what she wanted it to look like. She wanted like a little naked cake, and the bottom was red velvet, and then the top was vanilla rum. So it came like this, and her plan was to buy the cake topper. The cake topper was like $15 on Etsy, and I have it right here. So it's super cute. It's me, the three of my siblings. We have 2 dogs, and then my parents. It says Mr. and Mrs. Negron, and then the date that they got married. Really pretty and not too expensive. It was also like a memorable like token from the wedding. So after we added the flowers and everything, that's what the cake looked like. And then this is like the best picture of the cake. Super pretty. They also provided alcohol and drinks. They got to pick obviously what alcohol they wanted to use. So they had bourbon, Malibu, Tito's, on brand juices. Like it wasn't a like off-brand lemonade or whatever. And they had a little bartender that would serve us like the cake, the plates, the silverware, the officiant, the food, the venue, all of that was $2,800. It wasn't horrible. We also had like the place to get ready inside of the church, the groom and the bride's side to get ready in there. We also got to play our own music. So they played the music for the ceremony, but then they had emailed us like a week before, like, hey, if we can definitely play music for you guys, but if you guys want to make a playlist and just have your own music playing, we recommend that you do that. So I made the playlist. We were playing music, like whatever we wanted. We kind of, after we ate and drank a little bit, they had their slow dance, so I got to play the song that my mom wanted. They did the garter toss after my dad grabbed the garter from my mom, so they did all that. We did the speech, so I said my speech, and it was a good night. I mean, all for like less than $5,000. I feel like it was a really good wedding. It was a really good venue. That's basically it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys, if this was something that you wanted to do, if you were looking for ideas or cheap places to buy stuff for your wedding. Even if you are having a venue with like 1,000 people, you can definitely save on flowers, your dresses, your veil, your shoes, like all those things. They don't have to be super expensive to look pretty. Like, my mom looked beautiful, my dad looked really handsome, we all looked really pretty and handsome, and we didn't have to spend $10,000 on things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.